welcome back to the channel. My name is Iris Arlette, aka Apricot, however you like to pronounce it. And this is the long-awaited room makeover update. So it's definitely still a work in progress. We're not 100% done. I am waiting on a couch, and I think that's going to really start pulling things together, possibly investing in another rug, a bigger rug. Moving some things around once the couch gets in here just to see what the layout is going to be like, and that's another exciting future video, probably be a while from now. Sometimes I see, on Pinterest or on YouTube, rooms that are completely white or cream and how clean and crisp it looks, but then I just look at my little cozy bedroom and I love the color pink and everything that's in here. Let's go ahead and talk through all the little updates that I have gone on since our last video. So the last video for this room makeover series is the closet clean out, and prior to that we were continuing with painting and installing curtains, installing other things. The first video, of course, was starting from the beginning where this room was actually blue. There's been a lot of changes, and I grew up in this room with my sister for part of my life as well. It is now very significant in this chapter of my life as well. I don't know what chapter of life this is, but I know it's very significant somehow. I'm sure of it. I cleaned up, of course, before recording, but it was something that needed to be done. I typically have a black square table that I use as my desk, as a coffee table, as a catch-all, and that has been the bane of my existence. That little table is just always so difficult to really clean up because there's always something on it and I never know where to put it. But as I was cleaning up today, I realized that everything actually has a home. And that was one of my biggest goals moving into this room, was finding storage and finding places for my things, for all of my things, because I have a lot of stuff. I have been going through it. Whatever it is, I've been going through it. I just got back from Mexico a couple of days ago and I've just been kind of in a slump. I don't know if it's the whole change, like time change wise, it was only an hour difference. I'm gonna make some changes around in the room, like shift some furniture. So let's just try to get back into that routine. Let's start off with making my bed. Before I can put my shoes away, because I don't want to add more weight to that storage thing, I'm gonna move this. So wish me luck. I think that it makes more sense for the TV to be on that side because unfortunately, as I've mentioned before, this house is a jigsaw puzzle, so the electricity is a little wonky, it's a little whack, it's a little weird, right? If you see a little pole, that's electricity. It's on those two walls. With the TV over there, it'll make more sense to be able to connect it over there. If you've been a long-time subscriber, you know. If you know, you know. But if you don't know, I would let my room get super messy. One of the things that came with having depression was just a lack of motivation to do anything at all whatsoever. Like, I didn't want to clean, I didn't want to shower, I didn't want to brush my teeth, I didn't want to take care of myself, I didn't want to be here. I'm coming from a much better place now, and I can easily recognize that I was not doing so great mentally because I can see the difference, literally, of me cleaning and wanting to keep my room clean. And yeah, that could be, with
reaction to not wanting to fall back into that spot in my life, that place where I was heavily depressed. So now I like to keep my room clean to show myself like, hey, you know, we're in a much better space. We can actually do this because we want to, because we have the motivation to, because we like having a clean room. We like having our space be taken care of. We like taking care of our space. And yeah, depression is really tricky because it really does warp your mind, and it warps your thoughts into something that's not you. I know it looks a little too much going on over here, too much like a boutique. I wanted to see how I felt about having this. This was the main thing. I wanted to see how I felt about having this over here. I'm trying to figure out my options, and then now I can actually maybe start looking for media consoles for that area over there. Cover for that I painted the color of the trim, but it's in the closet. Surprise, it's not in the closet. I don't remember where I put it. For now, what I am going to put over here is the black table. I use this when I need to work on my laptop.
I started to kind of shift things around. I've organized like all of my books and my textbooks and my notebooks together. Then I have my own journal, personal journals, stuff together, and now it's kind of like I know where everything is at. And it's taken a long time to get to this place in my life. There is a lot going on, you know, especially depression. I can't quite put a timeline to it, but I just know that it was rough. And one of those consequences of depression is just not having the motivation to do anything. Like, it's not even just cleaning, it's literally anything. It was just such a mental obstacle to get over. And once I got the help that I did, it became so much easier to start making changes in my life, to start getting that motivation back. And honestly, the first thing that medication did for me was take away all of my negative self-talk, all of my negative thoughts, ideals, ideations, if you know what I mean. All the negative stuff just kind of poof, disappeared. And I am very grateful and thankful for my therapist, for the doctors that I worked with to get that prescription. That's just something that I've also been reflecting on lately as we have gone into this new year. Such a breath of fresh air and a sigh of relief all together. With the shoe storage, it was changing place to place. I decided to move it against the other wall, joining the furniture piece that is beside it, which is where the TV used to be. I decided to move it against this wall where the outlet is, and that was kind of the start of the media console era. Okay, I forgot to film this when I was parked, but I am gonna go ahead and pick up a furniture piece, and I'm really excited. I just needed to update you guys that I'm gonna try to get a little media console, and hopefully it fits in my car, or else I don't know. It didn't fit in the car. We tried it. I put down the seats and everything, and it did not fit, which I'm sad about, obviously, because I was looking forward to having a new little furniture piece in the room. But I'm not going to, what's it called? I'm not gonna get worked up over it because it probably wasn't meant for me, you know? Someone else probably needs it more than I do, so it is what it is. So I am still on the hunt for a TV media console. This is the one that I was going for, but you know, maybe I'll find something else, something better. Let me show you what's going on. I am doing some changes in my room because it's feeling a little stagnant, and when my room feels stagnant, I feel stagnant. Hey girl, can we chill a little bit? Right now, what I want to do, I want to clear out this area,
put some stuff in the closet. Right now I'm just using the closet as storage. I've been wanting a TV place for a really long time. I just need to figure out the back to cut the holes. So for now, cable will go there. At the bottom here, I'm thinking of getting baskets and putting like electronic stuff. Ideally, I want like a media console that has space, open space for, I guess, the DVD player, the cable box, my stereo, and then I want it to have drawers or compartments that are closed for electronic stuff.
Another one of my things also was shopping secondhand for furniture specifically. I don't think there's anything really new in here that I didn't already have, aside from like some decoration pieces, but we can talk about that later. I had tried Facebook Marketplace for months. I was on it for months trying to find media consoles, couches, rugs even. I was not catching a lucky break, unfortunately, but I think it was also a blessing in disguise because my sister actually came through with this one when I was actually using the little bookshelf that that's now beside the media console. I was using that and I had cut holes in the back of the panel for all the wiring to go through, but it worked okay. It was sufficing. Yeah, I don't know if that's a word, but it was doing its job. My sister knew that I was in the market for a console and she found one of these in those buy nothing groups on Facebook, and it was free and it's beautiful and it matches the tone of wood that I want in this room. That's all. My sister found this for me, so shout out to my sister. Thank you. Hi friends. The battery's dying and I'm sick. If you can hear it in my voice, I'm recovering from a cold. Hence why I'm still in my comfy pajamas. I totally forgot to film what the media system was looking like prior to this new little addition. I basically have my stereo, DVD player, cable box, my switch, and then I had the big TV on the top here. There's so much storage in here, like we have 2 cabinets. And I think this is literally what I described wanting. Like I wanted shelves and cabinets. So I'm really happy. I'm just gonna go ahead and move all of those apparatus over to here. That's the finished product. Like, it's looking pretty nice. It's looking pretty slick. I don't know what else to say. I'm just really happy with how this turned out. And shout out to my sister for keeping an eye out. And I was hesitant at first. I was like, no, I don't want it. And then she asked me again, like, do you want it? I got the measurements for you and everything. Call it peer pressure, call it what you will. But I'm glad that it worked out this way. I really liked it, and I was able to set up my stereo really nicely. I have the speakers on each side of the TV, which is like, I don't know why, that makes me so excited. Instead of like, it seems like surround sound, even though I haven't quite connected the stereo to the TV, because honestly I don't use the TV as much. Just when I watch some Netflix shows I gotta hook up my laptop with an adapter and everything. It's not a smart TV, but it's smart enough, okay? When I moved into the little room I had a TV, and then I made it a point to not have a TV. But having it now, it's really nice still, because I get to watch shows, I get to play my Switch on a bigger screen, and it's kind of stationary too. And it has 2 little storage cubbies, which is another plus, another great chef's kiss feature about this media console. And so I have like candles, my camera, and strainer, which actually just used to be laying out because I never had a spot for it. So it was just like messily hanging out on this little corner shelf piece that I have. Previously, I was struggling with finding a spot for my makeup. I would keep it in travel bags. I would keep it in these little boxes. They're actually a gift and they're very handy because now they just store extra makeup supplies, but all of my necessities and my everyday stuff is outside for use. I don't know, I'm really proud of how it came out, honestly, because it just fits and it sits and it hits. Yeah, everything has a place, and if something is out of place, I notice it and it's gonna bother me until I put it back in its place, okay? I think with this method of organization where everything already has a place, there's some things that are out in the open. Because of that, I know what's supposed to be out in the open and what's not supposed to be out in the open. I think when I was trying to be more minimalistic in the little room, it just wasn't working out. Like, I didn't have enough space to hide everything, you know what I'm saying? There was always something that needed to be out and needed to be just on display. And I think it bothered me sometimes because it's like, it looks so messy. But now I found a way to have it out but not look so messy, but still be quite accessible and attainable for me to use, to put back, to realize that it's there, realize that it's not there, etc, etc. Unfortunately, painting is still taking me quite a while. Like, I have this paint bucket out. You may have seen it in the room. I have it out to serve as a reminder that I need to paint. I don't look up at the ceiling on this side of the room, only on that side of the room. So until it starts to become a problem is when I'll probably start to tackle it. Until then, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. Oh, how could I forget? We have my whole collection of stuffies on the drawers, and there's been one little addition, a sweet new little addition. Let me show you guys. If you remember from our closet clean out, we found a little stray bear. I haven't named him yet, but he's super cute. I cleaned him up finally. It felt like washing a baby. Welcome to the crew. Oh, how could I forget? This curtain. Hello. Hello? Hello? You weren't here at all. You weren't here ever when I was growing up. Like, what are you doing? So, let's rewind. Let's go back to our first room update, where the shoe storage was not shoe storage, it was just cubbies of stuff. We were using that as a shield, as a partition, as a makeshift wall, and it was not nice to look at from the other side when you were just looking at the back paneling. So it went through a phase where we hung up a shower curtain because that was actually the perfect length that we needed, when we did a makeshift railing from the top using curtain hooks. That wasn't ideal either because it didn't feel flush enough for me. Like, I wanted no space between this little archway and the rod. So I found these at Home Goods. This is a beautiful, gorgeous color. And this is what I envisioned when I first thought of hanging curtains from here. I just couldn't get it out of my mind.
I got some new curtains. It's not a shower curtain. It's actually long curtains. Tinkerbell loves to play in the curtains. I don't like the look of this rod anymore, especially with these curtains. When I bought these rods, I bought a fourth one just in case. So I just need to install that. They're gonna have to go pretty high up because these curtains are actually super long. Like, I tried to measure them out. They weren't completely laid straight on the floor, but I got about like 100-inch measurement, which is unfortunately taller than the ceilings in here. So I might have to hem it from the bottom. I noticed this morning that it was kind of making my allergies act up, which I typically don't have allergies from pets, but it might just have been the accumulation of everything. So I kind of did a quick sweep. I vacuumed up her bed, and I am now trying to tackle this problem of raising the curtains up. I'm going to measure out how far I want it. So like 84. These go as long as 82 inches, which is about 2 inches short than what I just measured. Girl, this goes up to 85, 86, 85 and a half. Okay, who lied? Who lied? Here's the progress and here's the troubles. I thought the drill bit that I was using was fine, but it turns out that it was a little too thick. So I had to try 3 different screws, and then this one was just giving me trouble for some reason. That one was pretty fine and dandy once I was able to troubleshoot with this one. If you want to take a guess as to what's going on here, it doesn't quite reach, which is very frustrating, but I'm gonna go ahead and redo that, scoot it in a bit more, and hopefully that will be the end of that. I'm kind of obsessed with this. This is what it looks like from this side of the room. That is such a big difference. I feel much more cozy on the bedroom side. This isn't going to be the last of the room videos, but this was just planned as a little 4-part, 5-part series to kind of catch you guys up on when I started making over this room to now. And that was really just what this series was about. Showing you guys the real life timeline of decorating and renovating, and it's been really nice to have this project ongoing for me. There's just so many things that I've learned and so many things that this room has kind of encouraged me to do. It feels so good to be able to use this. When I'm sleeping, I feel so protected. I feel so cozy. Yeah, I'm already thinking of moving things around. It never ends. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. We'll see where it takes us. I hope you guys have enjoyed this journey that is the room makeover series, but do not be worried. There will be like probably some update videos here and there in the future. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it too. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching and liking and doing whatever it is that y'all are doing on here. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I do have a music channel if you'd like to support me. I am now on Facebook, which I never thought I'd say, but I am. If you have Facebook, if you're on Facebook and you want to check me out, go ahead and do so. Without further ado, go ahead and give this video a like if you want, to subscribe if you want, leave a comment down below if you want. Let me know what your favorite feature, what your favorite renovation, what your favorite space in the room is, because honestly I think mine is my bed. It's just all starting to really come together, really cute and nice, and that's all I gotta say. That's all I can say. I don't know. Thank you, and I will catch you guys in the next video, whenever that may be. Alright, I love you so much, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.